Welcome back to Wedding Mayhem, your channel for all things wedding. And I've got Holly from Blank Canvas back with me.
Hello.
You've been skiing?
I have.
That's how you ski.
It's not. I ski well. No, I've been twice.
I'm a Bridget Jones skier.
Oh, love.
But she's a really good skier. She did all her stunts.
She did them herself, didn't she? This is true.
I'm the Bridget Jones falling over skier.
Love it. No, I've had 2 ski holidays so far this year.
Have you? Oh,
I know, very cheeky. I know. I had a bit of a ding dong though on the slopes.
Did you?
Yeah. I've skied all my life, never had this problem. So my daughter's only 10 and she was a bit slow because she can ski, but she was a bit anxious. So she's going on a little bit slower in the middle of a piste, only a blue run, so nothing too steep. And this French guy goes between us like, zoom.
How do you know he's French?
Oh, well, I come to that. He just went through us going, zoom, and screamed, explanatory. That's it. And I was like, no, not on my watch, not with my kids. So I was like, Penny, you keep going down. I went after him, which I didn't think he was expecting. It was quite funny. And I pulled up next to him. I was like, you need to stop. And he was like, you. And I pulled up in front of him and I said, how dare you treat a child like that? And he went, you cannot stop in the middle of the piste. I said, we didn't stop. I said, are you such a terrible skier that you can't go round a child? And he then got his ski pole and whacked me around the head with it. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, you're disgusting. How dare you? And then he pulled his balaclava down and I went, oh, you're ugly and rude. And then I hit him with my pole and we've got our skis on. We're like penguins fighting. Like this. It was hysterical. Sadly, it's not on camera.
Oh my God, Holly.
I tried to track him down later on, couldn't find him.
You were hitting each other with poles.
Yeah. I mean, what kind of lunatic? Luckily, my ski gear was all right because I was very concerned for a minute there. Yeah, it was hysterical. But we're like in our skis. It was hysterical. Never had that problem before. But it was fine.
It was fine.
Right. Penelope got down the mountain. Her skiing improved.
And did you see him after that?
No, sadly not. No, because I would have taken him out
bad
again.
behaviour. Actually, talking about bad behaviour, we were going to talk about the Beckhams.
Yes.
So I'm not sure when this is coming out. Hopefully, it's all been resolved. But
I don't think it will be resolved for a while. Well, yeah. I think the problem is you can see it from both angles. I mean, firstly, we need the receipts. We need to see the video.
I think we should be blaming Mark Anthony for this.
Yes, I agree.
Because it's not what it sounds like.
No, and apparently they'd already done a first dance.
Oh, they had already done
apparently, and then this was Mark Anthony did Who Can the Most Beautiful Woman in the Room come up to the stage, which on a wedding day is the bride. Like
it is always the bride, and I think I think fault is there of Victoria, and she should have probably read the room a bit more. It depends on how much wine it was already down, you know. But it's like actually no, this is be graceful and
I think also the problem is that she's had her wedding, multiple weddings.
Yeah.
That she's been centre of attention. It's been her big moment. So the only time I've ever had this situation in weddings that I've planned is when the mother of the groom or the bride or whoever hasn't had a big wedding and then they completely take over. Okay. But considering she's had her big moment, she really should not have taken any moment away from the bride. But
then again, it sounds like that was the entertainment. They've done a first dance and now it's like, right, let's change, let's switch the mood up. Let's celebrate the mums.
Yeah.
And he's done that because it was a Latin dance that he was doing. So
But you wouldn't do a Latin dance with your mum, would you?
Yeah, but they're dancey family, aren't they? Including the bride.
That sounds a bit... I don't know. It all seems a bit wrong.
I want to see the VTs.
I know, we have to see it. We have to see it. We really need to see it. They can't tempt us with all of this and not show us what actually happened.
And not show us, but I do feel for it. I mean, as a mum of a son, your heart would break, surely.
And we do get it wrong.
We do. I often get it wrong.
I'm always embarrassing my son. Yeah. Constantly.
You wait till they're much older, then it becomes, oh, Mum. But anyway. Do you know what no one talks about when you start planning a wedding?
That things really can and do go wrong. Like when a supplier suddenly goes bust, or God forbid, when someone falls ill just before the big day.
Yeah, and that's why wedding insurance is so important. With Wedding Insure, you can help protect your wedding from the unexpected.
It covers all sorts of things, like cancellation and rearrangement if you or a loved one falls ill, financial failure of wedding suppliers, venue issues, even damage or theft of your wedding dress, rings or gifts.
And cover starts from as little as £38.99, with 10 tiers of cover from £6,000 to £100,000. So give yourself that extra peace of mind and head to weddingshore.co.uk and get your big day covered.
Not the most exciting part of wedding planning, but could be the best investment you make.
And as always, make sure you read the T's and C's. But anyway, so we have got some really special guests with us today. And actually, that leads us on from the dance floor.
It certainly does.
To Tim and Lauren from Next Level Music. Hello.
Hello.
Had you giggling there? Were you expecting that story?
No.
I knew she said, I need to tell you about the story of me skiing. And I went, right, okay, thinking it was just going to be, champagne and stuff like that.
Oh, there was definitely champagne. That was later. The dancing on the tables in my skis. That was
it's like a movie, wasn't it?
It's crazy.
But bad behaviour happens in weddings quite a lot.
Sure it does. They all get a bit wild.
Yes. No comment?
No comment? Is there a confession?
No.
It's not our bad behaviour.
We've seen people at their best, we see people at their worst.
Oh my God. So you're married?
We are married.
To each other? Yeah, that's important to say that, isn't it? Yes, to each other. And so tell us more about Next Level.
So we are a band, first and foremost, but we've got like string quartets and choirs and stuff, so we can be a one-stop shop.
Yeah.
So people don't have to deal with multiple entertainment providers.
And this is your band. You're not a recruitment agent.
No.
Okay. Why is that important?
Because I don't want to be an agent. Why is that important? Because we vet everybody that we work with. We don't want to work with people who are difficult to work with or who are going to do a terrible job.
Yeah.
It all came about because we were a passion project. Because we both worked in bands before we met.
Oh, okay.
Have
you always sung?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've always.
And you played drums?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
We've always done that. I've been doing this in weddings for 20-something years. I don't know how long you've been doing it.
A bit less than that.
Okay.
Right, wow, we're that old.
It's
a reminder, isn't it?
Yeah, my boutique was 25 a couple of weeks ago, and I'm like, how?
I feel 25. Did I start when I was
Yes, exactly, yeah. And it's like, how? And then I look back for all the photos and stuff like that, and think, oh my gosh, yes,
Incredible.
definitely, So it does go really quickly.
It does.
So what made you set up this?
We were working with other bands,
Yeah.
as you do, and just seeing how kind of unspecial it was, how people thought of it like it was just another day in the office. And, no matter what, even if we have done 100 gigs, even if we've done them weekend after weekend, it's still somebody's special day.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of musicians weren't seeing it like that.
A job.
It was just a job.
Yeah.
And then just turning up, maybe not knowing a first dance. Like, for me, we hadn't even got married yet, so we didn't even realise, the importance of the wedding day for people, But I still was like, this is not okay. This is unacceptable. It didn't feel right. And we were just seeing more of that. And we were like, we need to start something where we actually care and everybody who's on the gig cares and understands the expectation and the quality control that we want to have. So we kind of pulled together the best that we knew in the industry, who genuinely are the best in the industry.
Was it like just a conversation that you had, or was it, through weeks going, we could do it better than this, we could do this, and then suddenly, what made you then go, right, now we're doing this?
I mean, you were working with all kinds of artists and you're working in lots of function bands. I had my little trio, but I was frustrated in the trio because there's only so much you can do with 3 musicians.
Yeah.
I've always loved horns, I've always loved keyboards, and I just wanted to make a bigger thing.
Yeah.
And we got together at just the right time, and we were just sort of expressing our frustration with different parts of the wedding industry, and just wanted to do something better.
Yeah. And having that experience as well probably helped you, But I have got to get this off my chest. You have sung with Rick Astley.
Yes. Oh, stop it. For a long time.
He made Dale Boy's trench coat hot. And I couldn't comment on that. And you know him because he came to your wedding. Yeah. So he sang at your wedding. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Do you know, I had his poster, him and Paul Young were on my walls. And when my mum passed away, it wasn't a great relationship that I had. And she kept all the stuff from my brother and my brothers. But there was nothing of mine. But I did then find a little box with my albums in.
Oh my God.
And my 2 posters that she kept because she obviously knew that they were really important to me. So yeah, tell him from me. I've still got his poster.
I will. He's lovely. Like the loveliest guy.
But you also sung with John Legend?
Yeah, so I did X Factor with John Legend a long time ago. Yeah, I've done a lot. When you think back, I'm like, I can't believe that was my life. I can't believe I did all of that. Like, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, very blessed to have had a really very cool career.
That experience that you've had, how has that helped you develop your business?
I think partly knowing like the best in the industry has helped us to find the best musicians and the best team.
For sure.
You know, when you are getting on stage, you know, you're on huge stages, you know, you're playing Glastonbury, there is a certain expectation of professionalism and, you know, the ability that you have to work with artists of that caliber. And so then you're meeting those people and that really helps you to find a great team.
And to get to that level, arseholes get rooted out really quick.
Yeah.
Can I say that?
Yes, you can. It's an adult show.
Arseholes get rooted out really quick.
Yeah.
And we've just got a strict policy of we don't want to work with anybody difficult who's going to kick up a fuss on the day.
Yeah.
No, I won't go on stage for the bride. I haven't had my dessert yet.
Yeah.
Like, just get on
That's
stage.
down to you because because obviously your venue.
Drives me mad when a band turn up and they go, "Oh, I haven't been fed yet," and you're like, "You've just got here." I had a band I've mentioned this before, haven't I?
Yeah.
I had a band last May and I always check everyone's requirements and obviously because I'm planning the wedding, I check everything and what anybody would need. They never gave me any dietary requirements to the band and the evening food were hot dogs because that's what the couple wanted and that was all that was available. And this particular venue in Guildford, it is literally just a beautiful manor house and we have the weddings in marquees in the garden. And the band, they start their break and they all had a hot dog and then the band leader comes over and says, "Oh, she's vegan and she's not going to play unless you find her some vegan food." Wow. And I was like, "But you didn't tell me she was vegan." And he said, "Well, she came from Devon this morning." And I said, "Hold on, I've got more questions than answers. Why is she driving?" I was like, "Why does she work so far away from home? And are there not any shops on the way from Devon?" Like,
well, you are quite remote in Devon.
Yeah, but there's a motorway between us, isn't there? with probably an M&S on it. I mean...
And that's it.
But
that's
luckily, because I was there, I fixed it. I found her some vegan food and the couple never knew. But I mean, how cheeky to say she's going to refuse to play.
Yeah.
I mean, it's madness.
And this is the pressure on couples planning a wedding. Again, you know, we forget about the reason why we're here. And, you know, so when you're putting that kind of stress on a couple...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, we've got a singer that we work with who's vegan. He just accepts that even if you give your dietaries, something can go wrong in the kitchen. He just brings some food.
Yeah, exactly.
I always take my own
It's
food.
my choice to be vegan.
No,
I'm going to
totally.
bring some food because often it's just chips for the vegan or whatever.
For the vegan.
This one.
For the,
This one.
it's always the vegan. My son's a vegan, and he'll come to a restaurant with us because if we say right, we're going here, and he'll go, yeah, I'll come, and there'll be nothing really on the menu for him, and then he'll just say, I'll have some pitta, and we're like, oh my god, you know, no, and you know stuff, but it's that he's there to be part of the family, not to eat.
But if you're going to have a requirement like that, you have to be flexible.
Yes.
Like you can't turn up and go, "It's simple, all about me."
No.
What can couples do to sort of get over this? Because this is happening on the wedding day.
Well, hopefully they won't even know about it.
Well, yeah, they shouldn't, really.
Yeah, but if they're refusing to pay, they will be.
Yeah,
And if I hadn't been there, I don't know who would have
No.
been able to organise all of that.
Well, the solution is to book you, obviously.
Yes.
you did that together. How can you bespoke for couples getting married? You know what they want or what they don't know that they want.
Well, you have the conversations with them, don't you?
Yes, we have a call like 8 weeks before, talk about them and their musical tastes, their guest demographics, their culture, if any important cultural moments, whether they're doing...
How important is that?
Super important, yeah. If they're Jewish, they'll have Jewish traditions, or like we've done some Iranian stuff. They do the knife dance. Like there's lots of, or Greek. You're half Greek. There's loads of. I didn't know I was marrying a Greek woman. We'd have to do the money dance.
I mean, we didn't have
Yeah.
to, but who
We-
would have
I mean,
wanted a money
I
dance?
I'm not Greek. I wanted a money dance.
I know.
Marry a Greek woman, you do the money dance.
Show me
you
the
get-
money.
People put money on you, it's great.
I went
amazing.
to the boss's sister's wedding, and they did the money dance. That was it's the first time I've ever seen that. It was awesome.
Very
So
cool.
good.
I loved it.
It's amazing, and you've just got to be you've got to be kind to people's traditions and
Yes,
understand.
respectful.
Respectful.
Right. Yes.
And flexible to work them into what you want to do. And
For sure.
yeah, absolutely. It's very
And
important.
for example, with American clients, they want to do the father-daughter dance, the mother-son dance, and then the first dance. Whereas
Watch out though, make
Mother
sure
and
that's
son.
clear. Not in Florida, they don't.
No Latin dancing.
So you've got to be aware of all
Yeah.
those things. Guest demographics again, like if we've got a US client, we're not going to play UK garage because they're not going to know that music.
Right. Okay.
I think that's what we do that maybe sets us apart from some other bands. Is
Okay.
that we do tailor, and you have those conversations, and you really do get down to the details,
Yeah.
so that we can make sure that when we're putting that together for them, even down to the set list,
Yeah.
we're not playing UK garage for an international couple, and making sure that we're getting it right for them.
That's so
I
important.
wouldn't have known that.
You wouldn't, yeah.
And I obviously I've been married 3 times, and but I've never had UK garage. To be fair, it's been Rick Astley.
Maybe that's where it all went wrong.
Stop it! No, the third one's still here.
He's lovely.
Although he did look at me last night, going, "I can't even look at you.
Oh, why would you do?
I can't tell you." It's not as bad as you think, but it was just like. But it said the shoe was on the other foot this time.
Did you spend lots of money?
No, I farted.
Oh no!
And
But you've got a dog. Blame the dog.
No, just before he jumped. He'd gone off, and I jumped. I got into bed. I'm like, oh, tummy's rumbling.
Was it worth it?
Oh, I felt so much better afterwards. And he got into bed. And then, we have this argument. Tell me if you have a bedtime argument. So I get into bed. I have my little get into bed and snuggle up and stuff like that. And he has his routine. So he jumps into bed. So he throws the covers back.
No, I hate
he
that.
jumps in. He gets it all arranged. He's got to have his nips covered. He's going to kill me for that. His feet have to be outside the bed a little bit, and then he's like.
Does he wriggle a lot when he gets in?
No. So once he's in, he's in.
Oh, so I sleep like a dead person. I'm like that.
He's
but my
like that.
husband moves around a lot.
But there's a ritual of him getting into bed. So he's fluffing the covers. He wasn't supposed to fluff the covers.
Yeah.
Okay, so he fluffed the covers and he went, "Oh my God, what's that?"
Oh, bless
I've
him.
probably never ever done that before, but it was just like, it wasn't very well. And then the lights went out and he went, I'm turned over. He went, I can taste it now.
Oh,
And then he was like, and then he went, I can't even look at you. This is in the dark. I went, well, the lights are off.
That's in the
You don't have to
anyway.
look at me.
You needed one of your special candles.
Oh, we couldn't stop laughing.
God,
Anyway, this
funny.
is not about me. This is about you.
How did we get there?
So mascara's going. But I wouldn't have. You can't look at me now.
I'm just imagining people sharing you talking about farts on the internet.
Yeah, I am a people
viral.
share. I do share too much. It will be a reel. I can see it.
It's helpful though. It might help someone.
We're 10 years down the line, well, 15 years together, so we're doing all right. But I wouldn't have known that I've got Auntie Flo coming from America, that she wouldn't get up and boogie because that music's on and my husband loves it. So that's where your experience comes in.
And it's so important because the wrong music, just the
can
the
kill
mood
it.
just goes,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is a conversation that we have with couples, that I try to have with couples all the time. Some of them listen, some of them don't. I'm sure you have the same experience.
Or what they do, we have this in our boutique, is that you will tell them and they will pick bits out
Of what you've told them.
and then forget about the rest.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of information that they're trying to gather from everybody, and it's very overwhelming.
Yeah, it must be.
You know? And then they'll come back and go, "You should have told me that." And I was like, "Oh, it did."
they just-
But
Forget something that's
It's hard.
been said. And you're
Yeah.
like, oh gosh, okay.
So that couples, some couples, certainly from some cultures more than others, but they want to pick music that just the two of them like. But we're playing for a whole room full of people, and to get a dance floor going, it's not necessarily about these niche B-sides that you liked when you were 14. It's like, what's going to make the whole room dance, whether they're young or old or American or wherever. It needs to work for everybody.
Yeah, that can be a bit tricky to navigate.
It's
dramatic about
it depends what level of bridezilla you're dealing with and all of that. Because
my husband was groomzilla, especially on music.
No.
Luckily, we had Lee, but he had the playlist. He loves his music, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, so I'll dance to anything. But I'm just now thinking that actually that's what he likes, and I got me Rick Astley in there, me Paul Young, but that might not be what our guests like. And actually, half of these guest lists, to be honest with you, we don't know these people. No, we're talking about, the second half of a couple that you've never met who might be American, don't like UK garage and stuff like that. So it's hard, isn't it?
It's getting the balance right. Obviously, you want to make it best for everyone.
Yeah.
Which is what we kind of do, like a journey, don't we, when we put the sets together? So it's like older to newer. So like
the most
everybody's
inclusive music first.
Yeah.
And then, older people don't tend to stay on the dance floor for a lot longer.
Yeah.
The younger people will be there. So it kind of gets a bit younger and more current throughout the night.
That works.
Yeah, that tends to work better.
Yeah.
Some people will have none of that. So you you can only advise.
Yes.
And then you can re-advise and then you just, okay.
And can you change it? During the set, during the evening.
Oh, for sure.
Because what I'm thinking is that if they're going, oh my God, they told us that this wouldn't work and it's not working, can they have a quick word with you and say, actually, can you?
I mean, we sometimes we could be in the middle of something, be like, this isn't working. And that's the beauty of having an MD. So we have a musical director, we're all on ears, he will speak to us and he could be like, let's switch to this next song. We could be halfway through a song and just, right, we're going to finish that chorus and move on. Yeah. And that is the beauty of having something where you've got
Valerie,
somebody on
1, 2, 3, 4. And before
in.
anybody's noticed, we've gone into a different song.
Wow, that's
working.
amazing.
Yeah. He's just, it's not coming out the speakers, him talking. It's just going into our ears.
Yeah. How do you do that, by the way?
I just get used to it.
I don't know how singers do it.
I've been singing
thinking
like
of your words.
Anita Baker, Sweet Love, like gorgeous, amazing kind of ballad. And I've had a full conversation between planners going on in my ears. And I mean, it's hard sometimes, but you have to just block it out and then...
God, I have no voices in my head anyway, so I don't... don't have those. Don't think about putting those things in my ears anytime soon, thank you. Bad enough reading a script. Right. We need to buckle him in now. We're going to talk about sound limitators, okay? And I know the moment I mentioned that question to you, you went, woof, and it's not going away.
No.
It's not being addressed. To be fair, some venues, they are addressing it. I've had messages from people saying, right, you are right. We've upped it a little bit, but this is the reason why we do it, because we've got literally guests in the hotel
or neighbours
and stuff like that, and horses and livestock and stuff like that. So I do get it, but we have got quite a lot that are being unreasonable.
Yeah, and it's just the honesty level with some of these venues.
What do you mean by the honesty level?
They're trying to make sales at the venue, and I get it.
Okay.
And they'll say, of course you can have a band. Of course you can. We've never had any complaints. Well, check out the forums online or check out the Google reviews.
Okay.
Oh, and who's complaining? Neighbours or...
No, couples.
Oh, okay.
Couples or people, or the mother of the bride often gets on there and says, it was a lovely day, the food was great, but we couldn't enjoy the entertainment because it wasn't loud enough.
Oh, no.
Right.
We understand why venues need to do it.
Yes.
But when you've got couples then booking a big band and expecting us to be able to do our job and perform in the way that they want to have a real big party, then actually we know it's really not going to have that impact because of a sound limiter.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Right.
The venues aren't being as honest about how will actually affect their entertainment
Now, this
as they
is a
could be.
different story altogether, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
It's
not really
it's one
fair.
thing for them. Like if they buy a venue and then they open it up and then suddenly one neighbour 2 miles down the road is complaining and they know somebody at the local council and they get a limit put on, they're stuffed.
Yeah.
They still need to make sales for their business. I get it, but
Yeah.
maybe they feel that they can't really be honest about it. I don't know, but maybe they could sell the rest of the experience rather than saying, of course you can have a band.
Right.
No, it's so important to be honest.
So
It really is.
reason why we're sat here now, reason why Wedding Mayhem started was a conversation I had at the desk with a bride who was in floods of tears, and I'd never heard of this before, but she'd booked her venue, they okayed a band. Anything you want, you can go on till 2:00 in the morning, and then the band was instructed, and then they went, oh no, you can't have a band because it'll be too loud. And she said, but I talked to you about this, and she said, no, it's in our contract, and they didn't see it, and it was a lot of money.
No.
And then they put the caveat in, all music has to stop by 11:30, and they were like, but we've got the venue till 2.
What are you supposed to do for the next couple of hours?
Play cards.
Exactly.
Twister.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's how we started, because I'd never heard of it. Honestly, it's never been in any conversations I've had with venues when I've done wedding fairs and stuff like that, when I've seen them, going around and showing people the room that they would have their entertainment in. And
They don't mention it.
They don't mention it at all.
But we saw venues when we were planning our wedding, and they were like, "Oh, there's a limiter, but you can have. It's fine. Like you can have." We're like, "But we know it's not fine."
Yeah.
You can have electronic drums,
Which again,
it's crap.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah,
What's
we
an
saw.
electronic drum? I can't even say it.
It's a drum kit of sorts.
Yeah.
But it's
Not proper drums.
it's mesh pads
Okay.
and it's
Soft.
fake. It's fake drums,
Fake drums. Okay.
and it's through a drum machine, and then that goes through the speakers.
Yeah. I did a little bit of research. You were going to do something for us, weren't you? But I researched, what a 90 decibel would sound like in real terms. And what were you going to show us? You were going to demonstrate it. So you're just going to get up and come back. He'll be back. He's coming back.
My husband's snoring 70 decibels. I've had one of those next to him.
Oh my god.
So this is a decibel meter.
Okay.
So
Right.
Right, we're at 70.
we're at 70 decibels already.
Okay.
Just talking, right? That's a pretty normal conversation level. None of us is shouting. But should we do some applause and see how loud that is? Ready?
1, 2, 3, go.
Yay! That's 88 decibels already.
Oh my God.
what are that?
So
Yeah, a lot of
that
them are
is
85.
right?
that is it then.
85. That's really common.
That would-
85.
That's 88 now.
That's
That's
our
us
limit.
talking.
So us doing that is over.
That's 4 people.
So
That
some of
is
these
enough.
limiters, they will cut the power to the venue.
Oh, and it's the worst.
If it goes over 85 decibels.
That's the worst.
So
Like, to
somebody's
actually
clapped.
stop the
My God, I
wedding.
only
Of course they're
started
clapping.
at 90.
Yeah.
So I started, I started at 90. So I thought, that would be.
85.
Is it?
I think the worst thing is the fact it actually cuts out the power.
it's
Like, that's
horrible.
really
And then
bad.
we're standing there, and everybody's looking at us, like, what's going on?
Like, come on. And then
but
It's like it's your fault. Your equipment's broken.
Online, it's nothing.
they're just looking at you like, can you please make this better? And
just
we're like,
wanna have the
we
time.
Oh my
can't.
God.
And the problem is none of the guests will appreciate that that's a venue problem. They're thinking it's a you problem.
Exactly.
Yes.
Which is really unfair.
It is.
Yeah.
The amount of times that we have literally just been like singing, screaming, just trying to carry it on and just keep going. Everyone's still trying to play. You've got literally just a drum beat and singers.
Yeah.
Or
Just
drum
to
beat
keep
and
it
the saxophone,
going.
because that's
Yeah.
the only
Yeah.
acoustic things in the building. Because
Until it
everything else
gets
is
back on
resetting.
again.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So I had here, so we're talking, that was 88.
Yeah.
90, which I thought would be that the lowest that they would go, is a lawnmower in the garden
Okay.
or a hand dryer in a public loo.
Oh, they are loud.
They are loud, yeah.
95 was loud applause in a theatre or a motorcycle passing, which isn't that loud, is it?
No, not really.
And we're talking about in
An enclosed
walls.
space.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're not going to hear that that's not going to be the same on the outside. 100 decibels is a drum kit being hit hard, or an ambulance siren close up.
How many decibels is it if you're in like full whack? Like really playing?
It really depends where you're measuring it from. Some of these things, some of these venues will have the limiter at that distance from the band.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, surely it should be measured from the car
Outside,
park
yeah.
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
where neighbours are actually going to hear it.
Yes.
But having it on the stage, you might as well just not bother. A DJ is going to struggle with that. It's very controlled volume.
It makes more sense for it to be outside than it does for it to be inside, unless it's a venue.
That's what I do at my
with
venues.
rooms.
We have to, at certain points of the night, I walk around with one of these, but I don't go like up to the drum kit. I'm like down the lane.
Don't get
near
anywhere
to where
near
people would
me.
live and
sense.
actually where people would hear it.
How wrong is it that I want to burp in this? See how loud my
Please
burps
don't.
are.
Good job you didn't have that in your bedroom.
already done
I know it was a silent but deadly one. But
Do you want to try that?
that's a
Oh yeah,
Let's do it with that.
that is 100 now.
Whoa.
Just us talking.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's
Yeah, but
mad.
it's not
This is
much,
at-
is it?
Right, so I
This is
need
at
to
this
switch it on.
distance.
So we're going to
So
do.
us talking, if the mic was in on the stage, that would cut the power.
Okay.
So
82.
That's
So
just
we're louder
one
than that.
little
That's only one.
snare.
I think because I was close to it.
Yeah.
I'm
So
a
you're
bit
louder than
loud, apparently.
Really? I didn't need a machine to tell me that.
That was 92.
It's crazy, isn't it?
That's
it's mad.
terrible. But that just chatter and laughing went to 100.
And
That's
particularly it's in the
incredible.
room where you're playing, it's not just you guys. It's everyone chatting and dancing and screaming and shouting and other people talking.
singing along.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like the first dance we've had people write in and said it cut out literally.
Oh, no.
First dance where they got onto the floor and they were dancing, and as they like did the deep dip, everybody cheered and was woo like this, and then everything cut out, all the lights cut out, everything. It cut the whole power.
The heartbreak of the couple is
Yeah.
awful. And the venue's there, well, it's in the contract.
Yeah,
We
but
didn't know
that's
what
no good on the
85
wedding day,
decibels
yeah.
meant.
No. Well, this is why, I was quite passionate about doing this, and I know that you were, because we want you to know this. So you can
What should we be looking out for then? That the
Yes.
sound like limiter isn't near to the band. That's the most important thing,
Isn't
right?
near to the band.
Okay.
Does it cut off the power?
Okay.
Okay.
Like, it sounds like you've got quite a reasonable thing where you can judge it. You've got your thing, and you're judging even where to measure it from.
Yeah.
If they've got it on the stage,
And we don't have
it
any
cuts the
sound
power,
limiters at our venues.
right?
That's great.
Because you have to wait a certain time for the power to come back on, don't
It's
you?
about 2 minutes. And then the rest of our gear has to reset after that.
So
It
one of-
completely kills the vibe.
Yeah.
One of our
Damage gear as well. So.
Yeah.
can it?
Being cut off like that, it can damage the gear.
Yeah, it's like a power cut.
Yeah, we've had sound people being like, if this happens one more time, we have to stop because this is going to damage my stuff.
Yeah.
Can't risk it.
And you've got another wedding the next day. You can't have your kit damaged.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, you know, feel so bad for the couple. Would never, ever want to not be able to play for a couple.
No.
Yeah.
And also for you guys, you're like mid-song. You're Anita
We were
Baker.
into it.
Doing your thing.
Anita baking.
I love Anita Baker. My mum used to play that in the Peugeot when I was a kid.
I can't
That
tell
and
you what I was
Elkie
doing to it. Just spit out a coffee. Yeah. So can they buy one of these machines off
I just
Amazon?
bought it the other day. It's $13.99 on Amazon.
Perfect. So they could actually go and check out, see where that box is.
They could.
Yeah.
And then I also asked the question, will staff be there right up until the end? Because some of these venues are letting their staff go after about
And
10
who
o'clock.
turns the power back on? Like, who's
That's
responsible?
it. So that if you're running
Yeah.
around trying to find somebody to put the power back on, it was a question that came in, and I think like the best man or maid of honour went home and bought their sound box in and stuff like that, while somebody stood over the power switch
Yeah.
Wow.
because they were wanting to turn it
You know,
off.
this happened at Live 8 as well.
Did
Live 8.
it?
Yeah, so, you know, Queen was like, everyone remembers the Queen set. So my aunt and uncle were there. So they're very cool. You know, at the front where there was the sound stage.
Yeah.
And there was a girl on someone's shoulders.
No.
There you can see them in all the pictures. That they were my uncle's friends.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they were literally right there. My aunt and uncle are like really cool. So when I was a kid, I was like, oh my God, they've gone to all the cool places. So Queen like literally stole the show that day.
Yeah.
Because they turned off the sound limiter. One of their sound guys went into the sound booth, distracted someone and switched it off.
Wow.
But everyone else had it on. That's why their set was just so incredible.
Oh my
So it's an
God.
age-old problem back from the 80s.
So it hasn't stopped. We need to change things.
We do need to
now.
change it,
We need
for
to.
sure.
Yeah, I mean there is a need for it. I completely understand
Definitely.
it, but
I preempted it last year.
reasonable.
There was a venue that we had played at that had a sound limiter, and we had to play through their venue sound system, which was this big, a 7-piece band playing through that.
right.
Absolutely ridiculous. We got another booking come through for that, and I just said, we can do it, but we have to use our sound system.
Right.
Talk to your venue.
Yes.
Got the venue to put it in writing.
Get it in writing.
writing.
Everything
Yes.
in writing.
And then the bride just kept checking in, like, is this actually going to be fine? Is it going to be fine? I said,
bless
check with the
her.
venue. We've
Yeah.
got, show them this, like
Yeah.
it's in writing. And I went there on the morning of and just said, we've got this in writing from you. This is going to be all right, isn't it? And they're like, yeah.
Perfect.
So you can get around it somehow,
Yes.
but you just need it in writing for sure.
It's just so important because this is, no matter what you spend and no matter what you put in place, everybody will remember that the music went. They won't remember your first kiss. They won't remember the food. They won't remember the ceremony. They'll remember, that music went on halfway through. So
Vibe killer.
it is. It is.
It's supposed to be the big moment, like it all builds up towards that, and
definitely.
then just you're letting the air out of the balloon. It just,
Yeah.
just sorry, just going back to you.
I bet you wish you didn't
It
tell that
was-
story.
I don't know why I said it. But you're looking at me going, go on.
Go on, tell us.
And
Well, you had me wondering what it was.
it was quiet. There was no sounds. I would not, no limit. I think he wanted a limitator to go off. But
silent. Yeah.
Bless him. Poor man.
we need to talk about anxiety.
Oh yeah.
You
Wedding
know,
anxiety,
it's really important. And that, when we spoke on the phone, it wasn't on the phone, it was on video. That came from you, and I was like, anxiety, your anxiety, my anxiety. Go on,
Whose anxiety is it?
take a lie down. But actually, when we started talking, I was like, you're so right.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the build-up. This is what we are seeing as vendors. To the run-up. This is not what the guests are going to see on the day, but this is the couple full of anxiety and the fear of the unknown, because they've
never done it before.
They've never done it before.
And because we supply music all day for a lot of weddings, I'm sort of like the second planner.
Yes.
I'm planning the whole day.
We're all mini planners.
Yeah. So I'm getting quite a good relationship with the people, and they sort of tell me things, and okay, she's a bit nervous, but that's fine. Or if they're really trying to micromanage every single decision in it, I'm like, are you feeling nervous about this? Do you want to talk about it?
But you're finding that that's something that after the weddings, they're actually saying, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Like having that, like you to kind of talk to about that, it really helps them now.
Because we've been there, we've done it hundreds and hundreds of times.
They didn't need to tell you anything. You heard them, you know, because you see
and knowing
it every
someone's
day.
on the day there to oversee all of the music from ceremony to end is fantastic.
I love it, you know, and I say this to my brides: give somebody a job, and like even like your suppliers. Look, I'm worried about this.
Yeah.
Could you make this your thing? You know, like the sound. You know, watch that member of staff walk into that cupboard, you know, and take them down. And stuff like that. Or you know, the drunk auntie that's going to ruin the whole lot by showing her knickers. You know, and it never happened to me. Why are you looking at me?
I'm wondering which wedding this was.
But these things that are building in the back of their heads that they're not actually telling people about. But the moment that you can get it out of them, you're like, right, that's it. We can do this.
Yeah.
We'll get you.
It's a big day. Even just to put the dress on, turn up, walk down the aisle, that's a lot.
Oh my God,
But thinking about what people are thinking about you, whether the band is going to show up, whether the catering's all right, whether auntie's going to be there for the picture or whatever. If you're having to micromanage everything as well,
it's too much.
You're not going to enjoy it.
No, exactly.
It is too much, isn't it? As a bride's side, when you've been on the other side, that not wanting to let go and manage,
really
it's so hard because you just know that if they drop the ball, then you'll have to pick it up and run with it.
I think that you need to trust your vendors. That's one important thing, isn't it? Because, you know, if you can at least know they have got this in hand, no matter what, they're going to deal with it. Like our caterers, like that went wrong in the morning. Yeah. Because they hadn't actually been to the venue. So when they got there, the room that they were told they could cook in was not suitable for the amount of food they had to make. They ended up literally on the morning of the wedding setting up tents outside
in the street,
and they cooked the food in the street.
Oh my goodness.
And they still got every table served at the same time.
Yeah.
Wow.
On time. They were incredible. Like, they're just amazing. And we were none the wiser. But that, like, we could trust them. They sorted that out. Like, when you're picking your vendors, do they have that experience? Like, can you trust them?
I think, you know, I mean, we get it on the sofa here. We're like, tell us what's happened at a wedding that you've been to. So one, we've got knowledge, but what that is actually telling me is, you know, you fought that fire.
Exactly.
And you didn't go home, you know, so I'm thinking, right, okay, I know that if anything goes wrong, these guys have got it.
Yeah.
And I think that, so ask your, you know, suppliers, you know, give me an example, you know, of something that's gone wrong. You know, you want the juicy gossip, but what that's actually going to tell you is how they've managed it, how they solved it, and then that will give you then hopefully peace of mind.
Yeah. That's why I never ever would work with any supplier that does the whole like, oh, I don't do that, I don't move chairs, I don't do, it's like, everyone's there to make it amazing. I don't care who you are, we're all there for one purpose. Yeah,
100%. It's like when I did wedding fairs, it was like, right, we've got a show to put on. You know, okay, we may be competitors, but I'm going to make sure that I'm putting your tablecloth under and, you know, and helping you, you know, you're late because you've been in traffic or you've had a really bad night, you're not well, you go and get coffee, I'll set it up. So, because we're a team. We may never have met each other, but we're a team. We're team bride and groom, aren't we?
Hands on deck.
Yeah.
that situation. You just need to make it right for your couple. It's their day.
Yeah.
What would be your top tips to controlling the anxiety? Because I'm definitely not going to say you're not going to get it, because you definitely are going to get it, you know, because an anxiety is overwhelming as well.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things to plan.
Delegation, for sure.
Okay. That's hard though.
Yeah. But just, you know, just run through your schedule of the whole day. If there's anything that you have to do, that's too much. Other than turning up and getting married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a whirlwind of a day anyway. Having to micromanage everything is way too much. So just delegate to your suppliers, to your best man, family,
bridesmaids.
Yeah.
you can.
This is the same with DIY weddings, where you're doing, you know, your favours and you're doing your flowers and you're doing it all. You are burnt out by the time it gets to the wedding, but you need to delegate.
I think the only way you can do that is if you start very early. I think you need to be realistic. If you're going to make your own favours and make your own, that people are often very unrealistic about how much time that takes.
Yeah.
I had a bride who said, I want to make this flower arch, and she was telling me about it, and I was like, you need to start yesterday. That's a lot of glue. Like, you know, and it was like she did it.
And
it was all beautiful.
transport as well.
Yeah,
I've seen this where they've like done this
They go,
flower.
how am I getting that there?
Oh.
Yeah. And the amount of time it takes to just make things and be creative and space to then store them and box them and deliver them to the venue.
But also, it's the packing.
Realistic.
It's the packing down.
Yeah.
So remember, if you're cutting the corners regarding not employing somebody to do it for you, you have got to take that down at midnight.
Not if you come to my venues, because we do that for
Yeah, but exactly.
They
Yes.
don't come down to a frat party the next day. It's all boxed up, beautiful.
But if if they're doing DIY, if they're bringing, you will do that for them.
The only thing we can't really do at the end of the night is like take down bunting and lighting, because it can be quite high. So if they've strung lights like around a barn or something, we can't really take that down.
Right.
But we box up their personal stuff. We box up, put all the flowers in one place.
That's so good, 'cause
Neatly
not
organise
everybody
everything.
does that.
No.
No.
That's why I'm so good. And no
Yes.
sound limiters.
Yes. Well, you're hitting people around the head with your poles, so it's like
I do that. Yeah.
he did start.
He did start. He upset a child.
Finished it.
Well, he skied off, which kind of finished it. But I feel like I did well. I shamed him.
Listen, we got people in France that do listen to this. I get the odd email.
Yeah, they should look out for him too.
So please, if you are that man,
Oh.
I'm sure you're handsome, really. Let us know your side of the story, please.
No, it's just my side. Whose side are you on?
I want him on the
Hand
show.
on the Bible. That's exactly what happened.
I've got here, how does trusting professionals change the day?
It just lets you let go.
Yeah.
Hopefully, as much as you personally can.
Yeah.
I know there's all this pressure from like Instagram. Brides see too much now.
Yeah, oh my God, totally. And so much of it isn't real.
Yeah.
They go, I want this. That's AI. It's not real.
Yeah.
You can't fall from the ceiling with balloons coming out this direction.
I've
like fireworks at the same time.
I've
It doesn't
exactly
work.
had that. I literally sent an email to somebody who's interested in coming on the show, you know, and I said, this is a different way of doing your advertising. You know, putting a face to the brand is so important now, because we cannot trust what we're seeing. We all getting fooled. Even people that are in the industry are getting fooled, you know, of what's real and what's not. And a bride literally was standing in front of me going, yeah, I've ordered this and it looks nothing like it. And, you know, it wasn't Shein or anything like that, but you can get the gist of what it was. It was nothing like it. And I looked at the picture and went, that's AI.
Oh,
So it's and we're 2 days before the wedding. And it was quite a big,
goodness.
I think it was pillars or something for her flowers.
Yeah.
So it was a massive thing.
Oh, God.
So she ended up having to pay a rush fee for a florist to supply them and everything. So
It's so hard to know. We did a wedding up in Newcastle last year, and the planners can't have been any more than 20 years old.
Oh yeah.
It was mad. Their marketing is incredible.
Yeah.
It looks incredible. I'm
Yeah.
sure they're really good at AI, but actually their way of managing the day was terrible. Nobody knew where to go.
Right.
The suppliers
And this
weren't
does
fed,
come with
like
experience. I'm all for,
Exactly.
you know, we talked about earlier that my stylists start with me at work experience, a lot of them, and they stay with me till they're, you know, married and God knows what else. And, you know, so, I mean, I think Georgia's come up 40 now, so she's been with me 21 years. So I see them so young, but I train them up. And there's nothing like the younger girls can't do that the older girls can do. But when you're leaving people in charge of a venue on their own, they haven't got the life experiences
Exactly.
to cater if things go wrong.
They came to us they asked our sound guy to run out to the next village to get cigarettes for the groom's mate.
What?
That's not our job. Like, you've got a team of 5 girls. Surely
Yeah, you go.
crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's bizarre, isn't it?
very strange. Yeah.
Never had that.
Ollie's like, actually, while you're there, could you pick up a volley, please?
Yeah, I would want that. And a bit of Toblerone.
Oh, a bit. There's some in my fridge.
Oh, I do love
Yes.
Toblerone. Toblerone's great. There's no palm oil in Toblerone. It's very good for you.
Is it?
Yes.
Good. Nice to know.
It's good for you. I love a Toblerone. It's a family staple. That and the bottle.
How has it helped you, being in a band yourself, navigate the chaos of the day?
Of our own wedding?
Yeah, that too.
I mean, our own wedding was amazing, I have to say. I know everybody says that, but...
Did you have Rick Ashley sing?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
can't get more than that.
And we had our band, obviously.
Oh, amazing.
And
Did you sing at your wedding?
Yeah, and he
We
played.
both did a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, it was really...
Was that
really
not
cool.
pressure for you?
I mean,
We're
it was
used
that,
to it though.
First of all, we're used to it, but also it was that time of the night where we'd had a few drinks.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you weren't nervous.
My
was
wife
ready.
was living her absolute best life at that
Actually was.
stage.
Oh my
I bet you
God.
were.
I was like, second dress.
Yeah, I was going to say, did you have 2 dresses?
Like, second dress. I had the like bejeweled
high tops
high top
on.
trainers on.
Yeah.
I was
Oh my God,
like,
amazing.
I was literally rocking out. There's pictures of me like
Rocking
on
out
my
with your
knees,
fan like
rocking
this.
out in front of the guitarist. I was just loving it. I was Beyonce.
Well, it's
at
the
that
best
moment,
crowd
yeah.
you're ever going to have. Everybody
Yeah.
there loves you so much.
Yeah.
And it's the best day.
It was just amazing. Yeah, but I think, I mean, weddings are organised chaos, aren't
It
they?
is organised chaos.
And you are just kind of like herding sheep, getting people from room to room and just...
And I think couples forget that they're dealing with people.
Yeah.
And you don't know these people that well until you plan a wedding, and then suddenly it comes through and going, oh my God,
So
I didn't think that they were like this, or the demands coming in.
I think weddings do kind of bring out the worst in some people.
Yes.
And people that you don't expect it have these requirements, and you're thinking, where's that come from?
Yeah.
But do you know
All the playing up and the acting up and stuff, it's hurtful. too.
Yeah, it can be. We did have,
And it does come out of nowhere, because if you invited people for dinner, you wouldn't expect them to go, right, I don't want to sit next to that person.
Yeah,
And I want to bring this person.
Yeah,
It's funny, isn't it, that I don't know what it is that makes people suddenly have their own requirements, their
Well,
demands.
because I think it's an important day, and everybody is important, and so we're building people up, aren't we? And
And I suppose everyone's got an idea of how they want that day to be.
yeah, I think with close family as well, with their input, going, well, I actually didn't think that it would be like this. I thought you were going to do it this way.
yeah.
The politics all comes out when you do the table plan.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah.
Yeah. What's your top tips of table plan?
Oh.
Put the singles together.
Do a little matchmaking.
I don't know where I saw it, but they had a singles table.
For children?
But no, not what you're thinking. I'm sure it's a wedding that wouldn't mind for children. And as you walked in to the reception, there was a table with photographs of the people that were single, ready to mingle.
Oh my God, that's
Amazing.
brilliant.
So they were trying to matchmake their friends.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I actually really
good.
like that.
Yeah.
That's
We-
really kind.
we
As people who met at a wedding.
Is
that
that
was-
you?
Yeah.
Did you?
Was it one you were working at?
No, we were
No.
guests.
Were you? Which side?
Yeah.
Which side were you on? Both
Groom.
sides.
Well,
You were
yeah,
a groom.
Yeah, groom, I guess.
You were
yeah.
a groom?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Did they see that coming?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think anybody saw
Our
us
mate
coming.
did.
Well, yeah, she kind of got us together. But
Best
Who,
bit
yeah.
who lips who first?
Yeah, I wanted to get a lift home. I've been
He
drinking.
You wanted to get a lift home?
yeah.
That's a
So
smooth move.
I
I
just
can't
came
believe I
up.
took him.
I just.
I didn't take
You
you, though.
didn't
Oh, no, I
take me.
didn't.
No, you said no. I was like, well,
I
can
don't
just have a
know
little
you.
smooch then, and you were like,
I'm just trying to get rid of you.
That's so funny. Two of our friends met at our wedding and they got married, 3 kids.
No way.
So funny. I put them on the same table and then I said to my wedding planner, you seat everyone where you want, just put those people on this table. And
Yeah.
she put them together next to each other, not knowing that they were both single. And then, that's it.
Coming to a wedding as a
Amazing.
single person and no other half with you is quite daunting sometimes, isn't it?
I didn't really know people. I had like one kind of close friend there, and she was the one who was saying, "Oh, Tim," like she kept saying little things, and I didn't really click. And then I realised she'd mentioned him again. And I was like, "Are you trying to do a little matchmaking?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Okay." And here we are.
we went to the photo booth. And
Sorry?
No,
There's a little shimmy
we
going
just
on.
had some pictures. in the
Photos.
That's not what he's saying with the shoulder hustle.
That's exactly what happened.
Is it?
That's exactly what
But
happened
it's
in the
really
photo
nice
booth.
that we've got those photos.
Yeah, that's
Literally,
so
like,
lovely.
The day we met.
That's
it's like,
amazing.
It's really
That's
special.
cool. I
Yeah.
like that. So this is
really nice.
this is why it's important to get the right people to your weddings as well.
Definitely.
You know.
Yeah, it can be just so intense. One thing we say to couples, and one thing that we did that worked so well, is that we kind of factored little breaks that we could have together in the day.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you're talking to people the whole time. You don't actually see each other. Like
You're being
you could
herded around by the
easily not.
photographer. Like, yeah.
What a great tip. I like that.
Honestly, it made such a difference because I was feeling really overwhelmed at one point.
Yeah.
And then we had this, like, we were going to go out with the photographer for a bit, and we just kind of, because we got married like central London, so we just kind of went for a walk.
Oh, lovely.
And it was so nice. So she just snapped us, but we just had those moments together.
Yeah.
That was really nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, I always say to my brides, take 5 minutes out just to be and look back into your wedding.
Yeah.
Look what you have done.
Yeah.
And see the room for the meal before everyone else.
Yes.
Because you
okay.
don't, otherwise, the bride and groom never actually see the whole space set out the way they want it.
Yeah.
Before Aunt Jones put her bloody hat on the table. It's
always Aunt Joan.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's always there.
On the sherry.
Yeah, it's amazing how people move things or bring their bags and just like ruin the decor. You're
Yeah,
like, no.
yeah.
Bride and groom sit.
And moving chairs.
Yes.
They're going, oh, yeah, I don't want to sit there, and moving the chair to the other table.
I often say to my couples as well, if you're travelling from your ceremony to the reception,
Yeah.
take a bit longer, take the scenic route,
Yeah.
enjoy that time together, have a bottle of champagne in the car, like just enjoy that bit of the day, like you say, to be on your own for a while. Because otherwise it is like bang, 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 bang. And you don't actually see each other.
No, exactly.
It's a real
That's
shame.
nice tip.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about where we should be having our music? Where should we be placing our music?
In the same room as the bar.
Good
For
tip.
sure.
Definitely.
Do not have the music 2 rooms away from the bar because it splits
Yeah.
the party in half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if the bar area is too small?
Get a portable bar and put it in.
Okay.
And if you can't do
Like
that,
a little cocktail station,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
buckets of beers, whatever you need to do.
Okay.
Just keep people
Where the
in that
drink is.
space.
What you can do to keep everything together.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you've got people coming in and out constantly, and it just,
Yeah.
and like people, yeah.
I had it where it was so hot. And we had a guy that was playing guitar, and then we had DJ Lee, and everybody was outside, and everybody just, you know, it was a lovely evening. Everybody was sitting outside chatting and stuff like that, but there was nobody dancing. So in the end, well, Lee went, leave it with me. And he went, oh, my husband was dancing, sorry, and with my son in wigs.
Oh my God, I love
My
that.
son was like 21, and there's John, like just ridiculous. And he went, leave it with me, and he actually got his microphone and he went and did a conga. He went and collected people from the outside and brought them back
Great.
into the inside, and actually that's where they stayed all evening.
Legend.
Well done.
Smashed it.
Again, though, someone with experience.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing worse as a
with it.
guest than going, I want to drink, but the music's good, but I don't know, am I in the right place? Am I missing something? You want it all nice and contained.
Yeah. I mean, the summer thing is kind of, it's a bit of a, comes with the territory of summer. You do have people outside.
Yeah.
But if you are an experienced band or DJ or whatever, you know the little tricks. Like, you know the song that's going to get everybody in.
Okay.
Just do it.
What's your top song?
Depends on the client.
It does, actually. For a long time, it was, what's that, Bruno Mars?
Like Uptown Funk.
Yeah.
Uptown
like,
Funk.
Big one, but now
That was actually my first dance.
Oh, really?
It was,
Wow.
it was
That's a
Mirrors
good
that went
choice.
into Uptown
There you
Funk.
go.
Amazing.
It's like one of those that people
Yeah,
tend
and
to
I lost
in
my
for.
husband. He started then dancing with my son, and that was it.
His wig on.
Yeah.
But now Gen Z, they're like, no Bruno Mars.
Oh, really?
Because we say in the
But he's making a
consultation, like,
comeback now, isn't he? There's a few
Yeah.
rumours
That's
about
good.
what he was doing in between, and now he's clean, and now he's coming back, apparently.
Oh,
So
gosh.
You've got all the gossip here.
I
know.
I'll tell you later.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Just because she's waving at me now. Reception, not reception, walking down the aisle music. Can we have a band?
Maybe not a whole
Not a
band,
band, yeah.
Okay.
but like a singer with some keys or
Okay.
a choir
We've
or a string
Okay.
quartet
lovely
is...
choir with quartet.
Oh,
that
yeah.
one. That's lovely.
choir
It was
with
Like Love
a
Actually.
string quartet.
When I get if I get married again,
Renew your vows.
I'll renew vows. I'm
'cause you might
going
have
to do
to
a Love
after last
Actually.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did that actually for our. Well, we did a kind of Love Actually.
Oh, yeah, right,
We
yeah.
had Ain't No Mountain
Oh.
in the ceremony, and because we had so many singers in the
Yeah.
crowd, and they
Yeah.
just stood up and started like just joining. Oh, it was just amazing. Yeah, but you can have anything in your ceremony, really, as long as you pick. We did one. It was the groom was Congolese. Was it the groom? Yeah, he was Congolese. So they had their like traditional. They've got these like bells that they play.
Yeah.
So as the bride was walking in, we were like, we had a choir and a string quartet, and it was just magical. Like sometimes I just watch the video of it because it just like gives me all the feels. And it was our anniversary.
And as she walked in, they went.
Yeah, they were doing like the sounds and the ringing.
Goosebumps.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, it was just
lovely.
Yeah.
And I think that's important if you have got, heritage there, is to bring that, embrace it.
Definitely.
But it's such a good way of the music. It's such a good way, like you were saying earlier, Tim, is bringing everyone together, mixing the cultures, mixing the traditions.
For sure.
Yeah.
And with the cultural thing, actually, Lauren is half Greek. We did some Greek stuff. We wanted everybody to feel involved. So I tell this to anybody who's doing anything cultural, is to send videos of what it is to your people who aren't from that culture.
Yeah.
So they can learn the steps, or they can at
Oh,
least
that's a
know
brilliant idea.
roughly what's going on.
Brilliant idea.
Yeah, we recorded ourselves doing the dance at home, put it on our wedding website so everybody could access it.
Yeah.
And then it
Such a
meant
good
that
plan.
everybody from both sides of the family got involved.
And you're building
that.
the
It's really good.
excitement and
Yeah.
you're stopping the people, interfering because they've got something else to concentrate on.
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's a huge top tip,
That's a
isn't
great
it?
Weddings
idea.
about bringing people together, and you don't want
Yeah.
half the people like, well, I'm not Greek, so
I'm not doing it.
well, I don't know what this is. I feel left out.
Yeah.
Everyone was
You should
into it.
stop doing that. Get more involved.
My sister's husband is half Dutch, half Italian, and at her wedding, which is a long time ago now, they played some of the guests are Italian and don't really speak a great deal of English, and they played that song Americana, from Talented Mr. Ripley.
Oh, yeah.
Americana. And oh my God, everyone went crazy. It was amazing. It was so much fun. All the Italians were like, oh, I know this one.
It's those moments. This is my favourite song.
No wonder the Frenchman had beef with you. I tell you. Did you start talking to me in French accent?
No.
I've got
No, I
no
didn't.
chance. What am I? I'm Cornish, Indian, German.
Oh, wow.
What, you?
Yeah.
Amazing.
What else am I? I'm something else as well. So that,
Hodgepodge.
hodgepodge. Right on that. Do we have to finish? Yes. You can't move.
A farm is coming up.
Thank you so much for coming in. I've learned so much.
So much.
So much, and your band, your company sounds amazing.
thank you.
So where can we find you? Into this camera.
You can find us on Instagram, Next Level Music UK.
Website?
Website is nextlevelmusic.co.uk. TikTok at Next Level Music UK.
Yeah.
YouTube, it's all the same.
It's all Next Level Music
Perfect.
UK.
It sounds like you know what you're doing. And what song did Rick sing at the wedding?
Never going to give you
Obviously,
up.
he did.
No.
Yeah. But he also did do a medley. Which,
Stop.
So myself and the other backing singer, who we've done Rick for a long, long time.
Yeah.
She's done Rick even longer than I have. She
That sounds
wrote-
really wrong, by the way.
So, we haven't done Rick.
Please,
We
can
have
I?
sung
Next
for
time
Rick.
you do Rick, can I come and do Rick?
Is it an orgy situation at this
Sorry, husband number 3, but that is on my laminate.
Well, yeah.
So she kind of made like a medley.
Yeah.
Which Rick also, I think he was doing backing vocals for her on that.
Really?
But that's what he's like. Like,
Yeah.
he's so cool. We'll have to show you the video, I think.
God,
Definitely.
right, we'll just tell him from me.
I will.
And, where can we find you?
You
On
can
the
find me
piece.
on the piece, having an argument with someone. No, I won't do that. You can find me at blankcanvasweddings.co.uk and on Instagram and all of the other ones at Blank Canvas Weddings.
And again, million thank yous. I'm not sure when this is going out, but as of this morning, we were 5.699 million views. Absolutely incredible. I am pinching myself because it's like, how, But and the messages coming through are fantastic. If you want to come on the show, get in touch. It's not as scary as it seems.
No, it's been fun.
It's been fun, hasn't it?
I felt a little bit scared, but that's fine.
That's understandable.
It's
Three women,
understandable. And if you want a wedding dress, come and see me at Love Me Do Brides, and we'll see you all again next week. Bye.
Bye.